Blog Talk Radio.
And welcome, my minions. My name's Tom Marquis, El Presidente. Here we go again. It's the Balance on Saturday morning, high atop the Balance Studios in the west suburbs of Indianapolis. A rainy Saturday morning here in Indianapolis. But hey, we move on. Happy Easter, happy Passover weekend to you. If you are of the Christian faith. If you don't believe in Easter, that's completely okay. You're still welcome here. So glad to have you aboard. If you're hanging with your peeps, remember the real meaning of this weekend. What happened and what is going to happen? What happened yesterday and what happened tomorrow? Easter Sunday. Obviously, that's when Christ rose from the grave. But we move on. Let's talk a little bit about some NFL. We got our NFL mock draft in the second hour. Ed Kratz, beat writer for the Philadelphia Eagles and super fan of the Browns. Adam Jevedin is going to join us, and we're going to do our official mock draft. Also at the bottom of the second hour, Mo from the BS Sports Show joins us as well, standing by in the Balance Green Room. Guess what, guys? Guess what? Long Beach is over. That only means one thing. Indy Car is headed home, baby. Headed home. Indianapolis. And we've got the Indianapolis Grand Prix. We've got the Indianapolis 500. And do we have some stuff to talk about? Well, heck yeah. So Matthew Embry, our official IndyCar contributor, standing by the Balance Green Room, is going to be joining us. And then Steve Wilson is going to be joining us here in about 30 minutes. We're talking some NASCAR, and we're going to kind of continue this IndyCar talk because, oh, my God, it's here, guys. Race weekend we could still get excited about it. It's not May. It's raining outside. April showers. Bring Mayflowers, as they say. 917-889-8516 is my digits. My name's Tom Marquis, El Presidente. We're about to kick things off.
Tonight, I just want to take you high. Blow your hands up in the sky. Let's set this party alright. Players, put your pinky rings up to the moon. Girls, what y'all trying to do? 24 karat magic.
The Air National Guard is a reserve component of the United States Air Force and serves alongside active-duty Air Force members in times of a national crisis. In addition, the Air Guard serves the state and local community in a wide range of capacities. The reason people join the Air Guard is as diverse as our members and includes such reasons as a deep desire to serve their country, money for college, travel, new job skills, and the pride that goes along with belonging to the greatest military organization in the world. I joined because I felt a calling to serve my country, but I didn't want to be far away from my family, so the Indiana Air National Guard was a perfect fit for me. With over 95 different career opportunities to choose from and 100% paid college tuition to any state-funded college, why not give us a call? Call 1-800-841-3103 or visit online at goang.com to find out more. Again, that's 1-800-841-3103. The Air National Guard, guarding America, defending freedom.
It's double trouble, double the fun at African Safari Wildlife Park in Port Clinton, Ohio. See the largest antelope on Earth, the giant eland, and the ugliest creature on Earth, the African warthog. There's so much to see and do, including the Midwest's only drive-through safari. Feed the animals, see live educational shows, feel the excitement. Have your picture taken with a python or cockatoo. Feel the adventure. Shop the Symbol Lodge gift shop with items available from around the globe. Visit the snack bar or picnic facilities. Enjoy a pony or camel ride. Or cheer your favorite porker on to victory in the famous Pork Chop Down. Bring your family to see the rare and exotic animals at African Safari Wildlife Park in Port Clinton, Ohio. Just take Route 2 to the Route 53 North exit and follow the sign. Only 17 miles west of Cedar Point via Route 6. Open every day, rain or shine.
When you don't go to Geico.com, car insurance can be confusing. Like Swedish techno confusing.
Bark, bark, meow, meow. Dance with me, purple cow. Bark, bark, meow, meow. Ooh, you lovely cow.
Geico makes it easy. With 24/7 access, all you have to do is go to Geico.com and you could save money on car insurance. It just makes sense. Unlike, you know.
Dance with me, purple cow. I like your move.
When you don't go to Geico.com, car insurance can be hard. Like early 90s heavy metal hard.
I'm yelling and screaming and I'm loud. Roar.
Geico makes it easy. You can review and update your policy or report a claim on Geico.com or the Geico mobile app. Because shouldn't we all have a little less stress in our lives?
I'm not even upset about anything.
All right, we're back to the balance. 917-889-8516 is our digits. Real quickly before we get started, I forgot to mention it on my monologue. I'm such a bad uncle. But I have a new niece, so I wanted to welcome her to the world. Sophia Rose Marquis was born in the overnight hours. Welcome, Sophia, to the family. Welcome to the world. Wanted to just say congratulations to my brother, Matthew, on the birth of his daughter and my awesome niece. Can't wait for the baby snuggles. Time to get into some IndyCar talk, and do we have a lot to talk about? Joining us now is our official IndyCar contributor from WSVT up in South Bend, Matthew Embry. Matthew, where to start? Oh, boy. Go right ahead, sir.
You know, I feel bad for the drivers that are getting sucked into this 25-8 rule talk. I think, honestly, if you ask me, Roger Penske, Bobby Rahal, Chip Ganassi, Michael Andretti, I think are just essentially giving a slap in the face to all of their pilots, saying that there's a possibility they can't qualify for the biggest race in the world. I'd say that's almost like a vote of no confidence. I think it's total disrespect to their own employees and their own teams that they support, that they say they can't, that they're worried they're not even going to be able to qualify for an Indy 500. I'd say the fact that they're asking for that, I think that shows no confidence in their own drivers that they hired and they have the confidence supposedly in. I think it's total disrespect to them. They're even thinking about this 25-8 rule.
You know, this has been one of the biggest stories of the week in the racing world. And, you know, maybe there's the novice IndyCar fan that just pops in for the race, maybe lives here, maybe is not a big IndyCar fan, but just loves to go to the Indianapolis 500, doesn't understand all the rules, but kind of knows that there's going to be at least 33 cars on the track. Talk with us a little bit about why this is such a big story.
Well, ruins the possibility and what the Indy 500 is based on, and that is the fastest 33 drivers getting in. Supposedly, what it seems like Mr. Penske, Mr. Ganassi, Mr. Andretti, Mr. Rahal, and supposedly backed by Robin Miller of Racer.com and supposedly by the Vice President of Competition of IndyCar, Jay Fry, is a rule where if a minimum speed is met, a car automatically will qualify for the Indy 500, and even if there are faster cars than that car is in no danger of being bumped, almost creating a nightmare scenario like we had in 1997 when there was a 4-mile-an-hour spread between the slowest car in the field, Fermin Velez, who was a locked-in entry, and the slowest car that was in danger of being bumped, Claude Bourbonnais, who ran a 2:10.5. I mean, this is slippery slope here, and I think right now, as I said, I think right now the people that I think that should feel, cheated by this are the drivers. I mean, it's a show of no confidence by these owners that their drivers can't get the job done, and I think that is total disrespect to these drivers who put it on the line every single race, that their own owners don't think they can get the job done. I think that's very narrow-minded, and I think it's unfair to these drivers that they're being kind of shortchanged by their own team owners.
Well, absolutely. And you got to have confidence in your owner, and the owner's got to have confidence in your driver. But, also what we saw last year, just to digress just a little bit, maybe kind of on this subject matter, but not exactly totally, we saw James Hinchcliffe get bumped from the Indianapolis 500. They could have, if they were NASCAR would have ran James Hinchcliffe. There would have never been a time when you're, even though Danica never won a race, there would never be a time she wouldn't run the Daytona 500. Dale Jr., what have you, if they failed to qualify if the car failed to qualify, they would have put that driver in another car. But I don't know if this is tied or linked or whatever, but at the same time, last year when James Hinchcliffe did not qualify the car, he was still qualified to drive the Indianapolis 500, but decided to go ahead and bench James Hinchcliffe from the Indianapolis 500. And I think that was huge for Hinchcliffe fans. And I thought that he did it very humbly. It was done very gracefully. In fact, as a fan, I thought, hey, that's cool. That's the right thing to do. But we also now, fast forward 1 year, Matt, we're talking about this.
Thing that is interesting, I don't know if you listened to the interview that Robin Miller had yesterday.
With Robin Miller, I have it on. I have it ready to listen to later today. I was so busy yesterday and had a lot going on, and I just have not had an opportunity to listen to that I didn't have an opportunity to listen to that during show prep, but I caught the highlights of it. You're right. Very good interview. Go ahead, sir.
The thing, though, he says is that his sponsors were hurt by that. Well, do a search on Google Trend around between bump day and race day. Who were two of the top three as far as drivers that were trending on Google search during that period of time?
Danica
One
Patrick
was
and
James Hinchcliffe. The other was Pippa Mann. How can you explain that the two people that failed to qualify were hurt by, this situation? If anything, I think it got more attention and more support for them than for any of the drivers that qualified. I think that's a very interesting fact that kind of gets, shoved underneath the rug a little bit. And I think my colleague David Land, I don't know if you saw his post on YouTube last night, but he clearly says, if anything, James Hinchcliffe and Pippa Mann got more attention by not making the show than any driver that actually qualified that weekend.
All right, well, let's move forward. Let's kind of we'll circle back around to this. There's certainly a lot to talk about this. But we want to get everything done because we're here. Matt, we are here. It is Indy Car is back home. Give us a recap last week. Alexander Rossi in his Napa car gets the checkered flag at the streets of Long Beach. Give us a recap of that. Let's kind of move forward as we begin to talk about the Indianapolis Grand Prix, and the Indianapolis 500. The whole month of May is just dedicated to fast cars here in Indianapolis.
Another strong performance by Rossi at what essentially is one of his 2 home races, although people are now saying that Laguna Seca is his home race. Play on words on that. But outstanding drive. Had a little bit of a deal with Scott Dix at the start and on the restart, was able to hold him off. Ran the car flawlessly from start to finish, won by a colossal margin. And